52 years. That's how long it's been since humans set foot on the moon. For decades, we've looked at the pale coin in the sky and wondered why we never returned. The answer lies in politics, budgets, and shifting public interest. But the dream never left us. Now, in late summer of 2025, a palpable hum resonates globally. It's the thrum of anticipation for Artemis 3, NASA's answer to the question we've been asking since 1972. When will we return? This mission is more than just a triumph of engineering. It's the culmination of a shared dream we've rehearsed for decades in darkened cinemas and on glowing monitors. The awe we feel for space exploration didn't originate in laboratories. It was inspired by science fiction. We learned about space's silent, terrifying majesty from the monolith in 2001, A Space Odyssey. We learned grit, ingenuity, and scientific determination from Mark Watney in The Martian. Games like Mass Effect and Starfield have given us a taste of pioneering the unknown and building futures among the stars. These stories weren't just entertainment. They were cultural programming that instilled in generations the core belief that humanity's destiny lies beyond the sky. They built the emotional infrastructure for what the SLS rocket is about to make physical. It wasn't just NASA that made us dream of the moon. We dreamed because we grew up watching stories in which the moon was more than a rock. It was a gateway. Artemis 3 mission has been delayed and is now expected no earlier than 2026. They will be landing rather near the Shackleton crater at the lunar South Pole, a region of permanent shadow containing frozen water, essential for a sustainable human presence. This isn't for a story arc. It's for science, resources, and establishing a permanent foothold from which we can leap to Mars and beyond. The challenges aren't scripted threats, but rather the brutal realities of radiation, micrometeoroids, and the unforgiving vacuum of space. Unlike the Apollo missions, which were a triumphant exclamation point at the end of a geopolitical race, Artemis is a semicolon, a connector. Its purpose is not to plant a flag and leave, but to build a way station. The moon is no longer a trophy to be won, but a tool to be utilized, and a classroom for the next generation of explorers. While Apollo was about planting a flag, Artemis is about planting roots. It marks the beginning of a permanent lunar presence, a forward operating base for Mars and beyond. Artemis reminds us that space isn't just about exploration. It's also about survival. The moon is humanity's nearest proving ground for living off-world. Unlike Apollo, Artemis is an international effort. It's global, with contributions from the European Space Agency, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, the Canadian Space Agency, and commercial partners like SpaceX. The moon, once a symbol of Cold War competition, is now a stage for collaboration. This mission is messy, expensive, and ridiculously ambitious. It's been delayed and is way over budget. It's happening because being second to anyone in space is unacceptable. But that's what makes it so compelling. It's not a clean, polished fantasy. It's human. Sending 4 humans across 250,000 miles of darkness is an act of supreme faith. It's a declaration that our future is worth the risk. The astronauts strapping into that capsule are carrying more than just mission objectives. They hold the collective hopes of everyone looking up at the moon and wondering what if. Artemis 3 is where our fictional dreams and factual reality converge. The astronauts are the protagonists of a story first written by Clarke and Kubrick, then BioWare and Bethesda. And finally, when Artemis 3 launches, it won't just be another rocket lifting off. It will be the first time in our lifetime that humanity crosses the 250,000-mile gap for real. Cameras will roll, the world will watch. Somewhere a child will gaze at the moon that night and realize that this isn't science fiction anymore. Artemis is the first step in a marathon. If Apollo was a sprint, we're not going to the moon just to prove that we can. We're going because we must. When those first words crackle through the comms from the lunar South Pole, they won't just be history. They'll be a promise that we're not done reaching for the impossible.